Alright, welcome back. Let's keep on going. We're going to continue. Well, we're not going to continue, actually. We're going to start our new game. It's going to be beautiful. And Surveillance, thank you so much for the follow. So happy to have you here. Oh, I am so excited for this new one. I know that we literally just finished our last one, and it's so good. It was such a beautiful ending to that character. It was truly what I wanted, which makes me then think, perhaps what we should do in the future is always end like that, because it was such a good ending. Oh! Maybe that makes me super dorky, but the fact that it ended so beautifully like that, of like, just, we defeated Alduin, it was fantastic, I love it. Okay? It makes me definitely feel like that's how we should end every season. It'll probably get pretty old, though. Like, especially by the time that we get to the end. But I'm also stoked to start this new build. Oh, I feel so passionately that I just love this game. Listen, sir, I know some things that you don't, and actually, you're gonna die. Oh, such a good game. Also, the fact that we got to be season 2 makes me so excited. No, actually, Sovngarde does not await, sir. We'll get there later. It is always so hard to start a new character, though, where you have to start over. Like, all over, and everything is so low level, and you don't know anything, and you have no skills. That makes it difficult. But it's so worth it. Because I'm just so excited that we get to make this new character. It's gonna be so great. I'm so excited. You're gonna download Skyrim again? Honestly, 10 out of 10. I think you should. I just really love this game. I have a problem. I have what's called maybe an obsession. It's not a mistake, sir. And the fact that you're gonna run just makes it even more of not a mistake. Such a great game. Okay. I'm so excited to make this character. And then he dies. It's so sad. Such a tragic ending so early on. Yeah, I'm not on the list, but you guys are gonna try to kill me anyway. Which is another reason that I'm like, ugh, Imperials are so hard. First things first. Always a woman. The Bretons. Ooh. Hmm. Oh, I'm literally so excited about this. You were right. This is going to be a good spell run through, isn't it? I don't really care about a lot of these things. We should have some cool war paint, though. I liked more of that one. Now the black looked best. There is so much in this whole, like, designing of a character. Like, it's intense. I like the green eyes. And I feel like for the fact that I really don't see my character a lot, I'm good with pretty much whatever. Say less. Listen, I butcher the pronunciation of this. Conjugation? Conjuration? Whatever the hell it is, that is my favorite class. Like, when you get to the point where you can conjure, like the Dremora Warlords, it's OP. I love it. Okay. This is my hard part that I've been struggling with in each of my creations. And all the thoughts that I've had about my future creations. What to name them. Because I feel like I need to pick a name according to what I feel like that character's race would pick a name for. Like, I really liked my name for my Argonian friend, Dreska. Like, I feel like that was a very fitting name. But I don't really know a lot about Bretons. Lasagna. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even be mad. That's a pretty good name. Let's name her, maybe instead of Lasagna, we can just name her Anya. That's a pretty good name. Anya. That's gotta be pretty good, right? Why do they always assume the worst? Take her to the block anyway and kill her. Because we don't care about that. Also, 10 out of 10 for the pun, though. I can't even be mad. Like, that was a really good pun. Did you just, like, have that in the pocket waiting to go? Or did you just think of that? Name pun's ready to go. Please tell me another name pun. If you tell me another name pun, I'll tell you a funny story about a name pun. Souffle. Oh, that's a really good one. Honestly, I have regrets now. I wished I had named her Sue. I should have asked for more options. That was really good. Okay. A promise is a promise. I hope that you find this as funny as I found it. The guy that I was dating for a while, last name was Lee, L-E-E, and he thought it would be really funny to name one of his kids Will, so it was Willie. And honestly, I think that was a pretty good pun. Maybe it's not as funny to other people as I think it is, but I thought that was pretty good. So that's my funny story of name puns. But I do wish I had named my character Sue. You know, while it does this whole cutaway scene, I'm gonna grab another drink. Alright. Look at that. We made it back with tons of time to spare. Alright. Move, sir. I'm trying to get in this doorway. Why? There we go. One of the beefs I have with this tutorial part, my hands are bound. I hate that. They could have untied me like right here in the game. But instead they're like, nah, it's all good that your hands are still bound. Ours are all unbound, but like yours are still bound. That sucks to be you. Oh no. That's that is a terrible, terrible nickname. Oh, fantastic. 10 out of 10. I love it. That is fantastic. Were you in the Navy? Because that is literally the best thing ever. Coast Guard? Nice. I love that. That is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, that's really funny. I will say, like, of all of the people that I get to, like, meet and work with, right? Like, I'm an ER nurse, so I get to meet a lot of different people. And anybody who is in the armed forces of sorts have some of the best stories or jokes that I've ever heard. My brother-in-law is in the Navy, and he seriously has some of the funniest stories. Like, I feel like some of my stories are funny and wild, but his just blow mine out of the water. It's not even a comparison. Okay, first playthrough, I'm pretty sure I picked them. Second playthrough, this guy's. Can you please untie my hands, sir? There we go. Look at that. Now we're free to move. Some armor. And a sword. You'd have to just go find him. That, honestly, that sounds about right. People are the best and the worst, honestly. I love that. Oh my goodness. I had a patient last week that it's called priapism, but it's where you have like an erection that lasts more than 4 hours, right? And this guy definitely had it more than that amount of time. And he was like an older gentleman, and our doctor was talking to him. And our doctor was like, "Sir, you waited so long to come in." Paramedic stuff? Oh yeah, that's a great career. But our doctor was like, "Sir, you waited so long to come in, like, there's a risk you could have permanent damage." And he was like, "Oh no, what if I'm, like, am I gonna be able to still use it?" And do you know how badly I wanted to look at this man who was like literally 68? Like he was an older gentleman. I so badly wanted to look at this man and be like, how often are you actually using this, sir? But of course I can't because that would be inappropriate for my career. But let me tell you, some of the things is just so funny. People are just wild. What makes you want to go into paramedics? Like, just pure curiosity. Paramedics are seriously some of the best people, though. I... Just a family thing. Interesting. I have a bunch of siblings. But nobody in my family was in medicine until I went into medicine. Oh, there you go. Honestly. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Nobody in my family was in medicine until I got into medicine. And then I got my older brother into medicine. And then my baby sister into medicine. And like, honestly, it's a great career. If I could go back and do it over again, though, I would do what your sister is trying to do and be a vet instead. Because people kind of suck, but animals are great. I also wish that more my family was in medicine. Herpetology. I honestly don't know what that is. Oh, okay. I gotcha. That makes more sense. Do you keep like pets of those then? Or is that just like more of like a hobby? Like now I'm curious. You piqued my curiosity. What got you into that? Used to work with reptiles. Interesting. What was your favorite kind of reptile? I feel like that's a very broad question. That feels like an unfair question. Did you have a favorite? Or did you just like them all? I feel like if I had to pick one, I really like those little garden snakes. Giant geckos? Alright, I'm intrigued. Where are they native to? Like, that's obviously not something I'm gonna, like, find in my backyard. Right, but, like, I'm intrigued. Get the bow going. Oh no! He killed my friend! Rude! Okay, there we go. That's so sad. Okay. It's more of a smaller thing. Smaller species group thing. Whatever you want to call that. Not super common is the words I was trying to find. assume you're located in the US, but like, what are you doing up at this time of night? Because, like, my deal is, like, I work the night shift. Like, I worked last night. I mean, kind of last night. But, like, I work tomorrow night a full shift. I worked a half shift last night. Oh, I feel that, honestly. My sleep schedule is gone. There is no sleep schedule. I literally work, like, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I worked last night, and I worked, like, a half shift tonight, and so, like, my sleep schedule just wrecked. Which is why I'm playing Skyrim at 4 in the goddamn morning. You're a bartender? That has got to be one of the coolest jobs. That is one of the jobs that I have always wanted to try. And I've made the joke enough times now that I think my friends think I'm serious. That, like, if I were to, like, quit my job, I'm gonna take a break from nursing to be a bartender for a while. The problem is, I live in Utah, and the liquor laws in Utah are not very fun and forgiving. Oh, listen, I get ya. Like, that's the funny thing, is everybody's like, nursing is like a service job, and I'm like, actually, I pretty much work in retail. Because if people don't like you, they leave you a bad review, and if you get a bad review, guess who you're gonna hear from? Your manager, right? Like, that's the funny thing. I do not want to do this survival mode. If I wanted to play survival mode, I would just play Sims.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's a blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out.
Alright, let's go to Riverwood.
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's a blacksmith there.
Yellow limes? Oh no! you you didn't. You did not convince her of that. Are you serious? Oh, that's actually really funny. Oh, I love that. I feel like those are just some wild times. I'm sure that she was so confused too. That's like one of those stories that she probably went home and like told her family about it. And they were like probably thought she was the stupidest person. I love that. Oh, that is kind of cruel, but I love it. I'm probably gonna laugh about that for a minute.
Ain't every day with us. Lord, what's all this about? What are you two doing here?
I'm gonna take all this guy's stuff.
Explains what I saw earlier. That's right. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in
Oh,
Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can.
listen, I have mad respect for that. I am in the process of training a new nurse at work. And when I tell you
Blade, how
that
can I
this
help?
nurse just does not
To suit your needs.
understand like basics, it is painful.
Take what you need, my friend.
I
There's reason.
feel like nursing is kind of a scary thing, right? Because like if a nurse doesn't know what they're doing, they need to know to like ask for help.
Yes.
And if they can ask for help, like
Now,
that's a scary thing.
in iron dagger.
And I had
The
this new
voice.
nurse,
The secret
and
blade.
this new nurse, I
Read
asked, I'm like, okay, so like,
and behold.
what do you feel like what do you have questions on? And he was like, I don't have any questions. And I was like, how do you not have any
Let the
questions?
gods watch over your
And he
body.
was like, I don't know. And I was like, so like, do you know how to do like all of these like
Don't
basic
trust
things? And he was
doctors.
like, oh, well, no. And I was like, okay, so you do have questions. And he was like, I guess. And I was like, oh, I'm so scared right now. I think people are just a wild thing. Okay, what was I supposed to tell this guy? That I had something for him.
Whatever you need.
Oh, temper the iron dagger.
Strong.
I am clearly paying such good attention. I did not mean to exit that. Oops. Wait, sir, don't go in the house, please.
Looking for a new blade? Listen, if you want to keep helping, how about you make some armor? Start by sanding some leather on the rack.
Excellent. Why does he have to go in the house?
Sigrid, we have company. Take what you need, my friend. Now, let's see if you can make a hide helmet.
Alright.
Now then, boy. Helmet.
Hide helmet. Can do.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot again. Listen,
Where did he go? Okay, that's a little weird that he was all the way over here.
I can forge you a war hammer that will crush. Huh. I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate.
I wouldn't say no to being your assistant, sir.
You looking for a new blade? You haven't. Why don't you keep that
I'm
dagger for
allergic
now?
to that.
Maybe you'll remember me when you're making swords or scales, huh? Good day.
Oh dear. Alright, let's see.
Yes, an ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. Good?
I hate this quest.
In my lab
I
again.
hate
It's
anything to do with
working.
the main quest,
No
honestly.
drawbacks. Now, if you're going to get to this sooner, oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Oh, that's how they always go. Every time. Somebody walks in with like the craziest shit and they're just like, hey, I have this problem. And you're like, yeah, I can see that. Every time. Like without fail, I swear. And it's always the ones that are like super sick that you're just like, oh shit. And it's never the ones that have like minor problems. The ones with like minor problems are like they're like coming in screaming, crying, and they're like, "I broke my foot," and you're like, "You sprained your ankle." Every time. All right, I have to run to the bathroom. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's keep going. We clearly aren't going to go talk to the Jarl first. Oh, wait. There's something we can do in here to set us up for success. Who are you running to talk to? What the hell? We can find the right people.
Did I see you talking to Sven? He's a places an intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I've been thinking, could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? We gotta manage that noise.
Yes, we can. We definitely want a follower this early on. Because we're very squishy.
Another pony, yes. You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking behind his back.
Excellent. I've never done it this way, actually. I've always talked to Sven first, and he wanted to talk shit on Faendal. Last game, Faendal died, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty devastated.
Tell me as soon as you've given it. I appreciate your help. Please, take it. Lead the way.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, the ER is a wild place, let me tell you. I used to work at what I would say is probably one of the worst hospitals in, like, the main area of Utah. And we saw some wild shit. Just like that, exactly. Honestly. Like, just some stuff that like, people would walk in with and you're just like, okay. Like, this is cool. Like, stuff like that. That you're just like, holy shit, how are you alive right now? There we go. Also, if you have any interest, you are more than welcome to join voice chat in Discord. Just to put it out there for you. No pressure or anything like that, but if you wanted to. I hate the fact that there's this like bandit tower right here that you have to go and fight, which I suppose you could try to sneak around, but it feels not in the nature of this quest line. You know, that worked out surprisingly well for us, actually. No way. Oh, I love it. Every once in a while, we get really lucky. Well, her body falling all the way down there wasn't lucky, but the rest of that was. Let's go loot some shit. There should be a third person, I want to say, near the top of the tower. Not being able to roll while sneaking drives me bananas. Oh, there you are. Hello, sir. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, there we go. That's right. It's a good thing that Faendal is my BFF. Is this gonna be the time that we grind heavy armor? I think it might be. And honestly, it might be. It should be. Like, if we're gonna do very magic focused, if we can grind the heavy armor, it will pay out immensely. It just sucks for the first little bit. Like, really badly. Heavy armor is, honestly, it is the way to go if you can power through. The problem that I have with heavy armor is that when you do, like, the magic builds, there's not a lot of naturally occurring heavy armor to make it worth it. Like, for the first while. Like, eventually if you get, like, your enchanting up enough, like, it's fine. And you can, like, enchant heavy armor to work really well with magic stuff. But, like, until you get to that point, it's hard. Fake news. Okay, that's a pretty... Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's... I would say that's a hot topic right there. Is the arguments. Oh no, don't see me. Don't see me. I'm doing great. How are you? Well, shit. We're about to have some serious battles going on. Ugh. Well, it's not very nice to hit people, sir. Anti-maskers? That's actually really funny. I mean, listen, you're not wrong. I feel like it is how it feels sometimes. I just think that's a really funny view, actually. Oh no, I have no arrows. Well, that's unfortunate that we're gonna have to actually go and fight people. Listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to die so that I can steal your arrows. Perfect. There we go. Alright. Excellent. Let's keep going. I have a feeling this is gonna be a rough run through. The good news is now we have some arrows. Oh, I hate that popping there. It's so inconvenient. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good. It's all good. There we go. Totally fine. For now. Until we get further on, and then we're gonna not be fine. Oh no! We broke our lockpick. That was sad. It's cool. The conspiracy theories. I love it, actually. That is kind of how this game feels a little bit. Which is where I feel like I can appreciate some more of the lore, right? It's like they very much stick to their themes of like they're living in the Dark Ages. I love that. Both of those are empty. That feels like I'm gypped. I'll tell you what the hurry is, sir. It's the fact that I don't want to be in this crypt anymore. So creepy. I don't want to fight the Draugr. We'll just let this guy die naturally. Of natural causes and nothing we have anything to do with or could have saved him from. Okay, that's intense. Listen, I love the stories, but there's not a chance that I'm going to collect and read every book in this game. I felt like I did used to read more of the books when I was newer to the game. But it's hard. Like, there's a lot of books. And it's intense. Oh my gosh, the lusty Argonia maid. Stop it. You guys are killing me. That is terrible and I love it. Oh no. Two idiots, fun thought. Honestly, that's hilarious. You guys are very entertaining, honestly. Thank you so much for joining my stream and at least keeping me from being lonely. Oh no. CJ's Argonian Green. Listen, you had an opportunity to make that joke when I was literally playing the Argonian character. That is so funny. I feel, I feel like it's ruined it for me. I love it. Oh no. This is so terrible. Oh, I just love it. I give it a 10 out of 10, honestly. It honestly, that's the thing, yeah. The title of that whole series just set it up for success in whole different ways.
Help me! Help! It's coming loose. I can feel it. Too slow.
I feel like this guy is so funny because he's like, haha, sucker, you cut me down. But then he goes and dies. The irony. Oh no, that one was empty. Oh, that one was also empty, my bad. Okay, wait. Hold on. What part of this book is hard to find? I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know that I've ever actually went through and like read that one. Oh no, he died. What a disappointment. Put all the books in? Oh no. That's actually really funny. You bought a whole entire house just for the Lusty Argonian series. This time around, I have decided we're gonna build a house. It is what it is. That is exactly what's gonna happen. Top of the mind. Missing one. It's honestly, that's hilarious. That is exactly what happens every time, I swear. Except for there was a way last time that I figured out how to get around it. The question is, this way. That's right. I was gonna say, usually, until recently, I've done the thing where I waited until I had like either Lydia or somebody to follow me, and they're the ones that usually die. But as soon as I discovered that I could have a follower this early on, I was like, done. I've never gone back. I also hate waiting until you're assigned to go through here. Completely serious. I can't with that. That is so funny. God damn it. Kind of like a mini game. Oh no. There are so many infinite side quests, and you're like, ah, yes, the Lusty Argonian is the side quest for me. I will find all of the Lusty Argonian books. Honestly, I love it. I have mad respect for it. She does. But here's the thing of, like, Lydia, is the fact that Lydia's also, I feel like, one of the only, like, super sassy companions that you get. And I just have mad respect for that. Like, you'll be like, Lydia, I need you to hold my shit, and she'll be like, well, of course I will, because I'm fucking sworn to. Like, it's not like I have another choice, and you're just like, damn, bitch. Like, you don't gotta be sassy like that. But she is, and, like, I just feel like I gotta have mad respect for that. Like, the mad respect for the fact that she's just like, listen, I have to be here, so I'm here. Like, I can't even be mad. Like, it gets to a point where, like, I just feel like we are where we are. I don't know. I also feel like if you level with Lydia, she gets so OP. Like, if you keep her from the start and keep her alive, she will literally just wreck everybody. Oh no! You started sacrificing her. Literally, though. Listen, hear me out on this. If you're redoing Skyrim, you need to try and keep Lydia alive. Because when you get to later levels with Lydia, she wrecks everybody. And I'm not kidding. Like, I got to the point where I would just hide, and Lydia would just take everybody down. And, like, it was the move, honestly. Oh no, I did not mean to click that button. Also, the fact, though, that, like, Lydia just didn't tolerate my bullshit, I had mad respect for. Because I also wouldn't tolerate my bullshit if it were me. I just feel like I can appreciate the sass level that she was putting out. Alright, let's go. Did not expect that to hit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Are we gonna end up with this another sneaky build? Because I feel like we are. If we're doing magic, though, I feel like it's required. If you do magic, you have to be sneaky. Like, I feel like, honestly, them's the law. Because when you focus on magic, though, you're so squishy. Like, how can you not be sneaky? There we go. Perfect. Alright. Enjoy letting the dogs out. Try not to freeze to death. I don't know where you're at, but here it's hella cold. Oh no. Rude. Okay, there we go. No. Rude. Perfect. Alright, let's roll.
Oh,
Oh dear.
like this?
You don't like the looks of this, sir. I don't like the looks of this. Why do I have fire arrows equipped? Munich? Wow. Alright, you're a little farther away from me than I definitely would have guessed. Wow, that is crazy. That's a lot of snow. A major city near you or a major city in general? Very big differences. Yeah, that is crazy. What time is it for you? One p.m. Wild. Alright, interesting. Okay. I now I'm curious, what made you find my stream? It's literally like 5 in the morning where I am. Which I now feel the need to explain. You just looked in Skyrim category. Okay, okay. I work the night shift here, which is why I'm still awake at 5 a.m. I'm not just like some person who doesn't sleep. I mean, I don't sleep because I work the night shift, clearly. I literally just looked at this and I forgot. So bear, dragonfly, owl. So you have clearly played Skyrim then, right? Or are you just like interested in Skyrim? Because that's another thing that I have found so interesting is the amount of viewers that I get that have never actually played or have like only played a tiny bit. Oh, I totally get that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I have this weird thing on Twitch where if it's not my own stream, I won't chat because I feel so much anxiety sending chats. Which is really ironic because I love when people chat. Oh, I literally love that. Like, here's the funny thing. I love when people chat with me, but like I won't chat with other people on their streams unless it's like a tiny stream or if it's somebody I know for the exact same reasons. Like it causes me anxiety, right? So that is so funny that you're the same way. Oh, I'm gonna get wrecked by this guy. Are you ready? Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Let's change to an axe, maybe? Oh, this is not gonna go well. No, don't hit me, sir. That's not very nice. Oh, that's fair. I think it's mental health is such a hard thing. Like, it's definitely something that I feel like a majority of people struggle with, and we all struggle so independently and so uniquely that it's just hard. Like, I think that that makes it hard. Oh, look at that. Suck it, my guy. We beat him. And we got the magic stone. I just think that that is very understandable, and I can see why you wouldn't like bigger streams for that. Okay, how the hell do I get out of this place again? This is so confusing. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. That is very difficult. I understand that. That that is a very hard struggle, and I have mad respect for people that struggle with that. I see the medical side of that. I work in the ER, and so we see a lot of like people in crisis because of similar things like that, and that just makes it so hard. So like I am so sorry that you have to struggle with that, but like mad respect that you deal with it. Yeah, that's the thing. I've heard a lot of people that have said similar of like they'll dissociate to the point where they feel like they're
Don't let my
I
sister
feel like the
you found
point of view that I've heard a lot is that they feel like they're floating
trained.
and like that reality isn't real and that they just are like floating through life, which I think is such a wild concept. So like mad respect that you deal with that, and I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that.
Did you find
But
anything?
like, listen, I'm always here. You know, like we're chilling, and if you ever need a place to like dissociate too,
Taking care of business.
I'm here for it.
Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be.
C stands for interesting. I've never heard that abbreviation. I'm not gonna lie. I really appreciate the explanation on that.
Riverwood Trader is everything you need.
Hold on. I get that that was a joke. I just thought that was really funny. Yeah, I had put together that it stands for complex, but I listen. I'm a huge believer of laughter is the best medicine, especially as part of my own mental illnesses. Of like, I absolutely am like, if you can't laugh, you'll cry. That's a very famous ER saying, actually. Like, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And it's so, 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 so true, right? Like, I just think that's a wild thing. Mental health in itself is like a wild thing.
All right.
Do you do Discord? Do you have a Discord? It's true. Honestly, I understand that. I. That's a hard thing. PTSD in itself is hard. Well, if you want it to be on another server, because clearly you're not on enough servers, you know, as as I feel that way a lot. Clearly, I actually don't feel that way. I feel like I'm on so many servers I can't keep up. But if you wanted to be on another server, you would be more than welcome to join my server. It is very small and nobody talks on it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is very low maintenance and no maintenance. But it is kind of just an easy way for people to get on. I'm made it a goal that I'm going to try to announce when I'm streaming. Yeah, it seems familiar. I know it's because everybody's like, join my server, and then nobody talks on the server. Literally my server, to a T. without fail.
And all you have to do is grab
But if you wanted to join a server that nobody talks on, that is no pressure, low pressure, you could join mine. My goal is that when I stream, I'm going to be in my server more, and I'm going to send out things when I stream. Announcements is maybe not the right word, but probably the word I'm using. That I'm going to stream. I don't know. Anybody's welcome to join my server, but there's also no pressure. I'll tell you what. No pressure. I'm going to post the link to Discord. Oh, interesting. I always am fascinated by dissociative personality disorders. I think that they are so interesting. I've had a couple of patients with them, and they are seriously some of my favorite people I've ever talked to. Which probably sounds really interesting, saying that out loud. That's probably not how I meant it to come across. Okay, hold on. There's a way that I can get the link. There we go. It is so fascinating. Like, I know that that sounds probably kind of morbid, but just the fact that, like, you get to talk to these people, and one of them is one of my favorite patients. And she comes in. Oh, also, thank you so much for the follow. But she's one of my favorite patients, and she comes in quite a bit. And every time she comes in, we just have the most interesting conversations, and I adore her. And I've told her that before, and she thinks it's really funny that I think she's really funny. But her mom or her husband will bring her in, and it's just such a wild group. Like, every time that they get to come in and I get to chat with them, I'm like, man, you guys are just fascinating. A lot of systems on Twitch? What do you mean by systems? Oh, that's the best part of Twitch. Yes, I totally get that. I met some of my all-time best friends on Twitch. One of my best friends' name is Taxfu, and he is literally one of the funniest people. I met him on Twitch. Yeah, like I feel like it's the beauty of it, right? Like there is just infinitesimal possibilities on Twitch. You get to like meet all these new people with all these different unique things, and I don't know, it's such a beautiful platform. Oh, that's what system means. I understand now. I apologize. I was ignorant on that. I'm like ranting and raving about Twitch, and you're talking about a completely different thing. I'm so sorry. I also have a thing where I like to humble myself at least once a day by making a fool of myself. Usually more times than once. And this would be one of those times. I love that. That's really funny. That's the hard part. Every group has their own set of acronyms too. My sister is like a computer programmer. Like she does like a bunch of software shit, right? And um, the acronyms associated with her stuff are like insane. She will talk to me, right? And she'll be like using 70 billion different acronyms the whole time, and I'm just like, okay, okay, cool, 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 pretending like I understand because she's so in the zone that I feel bad interrupting her and being like, hey, you lost me like 25 minutes ago. But like I feel so bad being like, I don't know a lot of the letters you're using because they go in a row in different ways. Oh yeah, yeah. I get that. That's I think the hard part about especially about like mental health, right? Is like we use all these different acronyms. We use all these different like words and fancy talk, right? But like a lot of times it doesn't translate to people. Right, like you can tell somebody that you have like PTSD, right? And like the moment that you say you have PTSD, they think of like, oh, that you were like in the army. Well, okay, this is at least in the American thinking. It's like, oh, you're in the army and you have like horrible stress with like horrible violence and death and stuff, right? But like that's not what that means. It just means you have post-traumatic stress disorder, right? Like it can be from anything. And so like I feel like that's the hard part of like mental health and stuff is like there's so many assumptions around it.
I'll return in my dreams.
So I appreciate you
We've had several
clarifying and giving the opportunity to ask questions. Like I genuinely
started
appreciate
out
that.
on your own initiative. You've done white-collar service. I won't forget that. Here, take this as a
Oh
small
yeah,
token
for
of my
sure. You definitely get used to like the
this
normal
is
things
nothing.
that you talk
You
about in
can
your specific life
see it
and
for someone
group,
else.
right? For
Simply
sure.
reality. You see. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He has been looking into a matter related to these dragons.
Come to drag. Hmm?
The
Project?
good news
You could
is
help me?
we already have the dragon stone.
What? I never even cast it. Please forgive my. Now, what did you say you wanted? Huh? Yes, I could use someone. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into dangerous fluids. Straight to the point. I go to Bleak Falls Barrow.
This guy.
The dragon
As
stone
if
is
I
there.
don't already have his
Draw the
fancy
spell?
dragon stone.
From a different. We'll have to see the Jarl about that. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? Remember, your mind is
Perfect.
your weapon.
Wait, why is he running? Sir.
What's the hurry?
No, you're the one running from me.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those waters runs here.
Oh, interesting explanation there.
So, you're that tells me the
I
Western Watchtower?
have never actually heard of that.
What now?
Fascinating. Very fascinating explanation there.
Is it attacking the Watchtower?
I have never actually heard of that. Interesting.
Good work.
How would you pronounce that? Cocoon or cocoon?
Head down to the
Probably
barracks.
not cocoon.
Rest.
Cocoon.
Bertram,
I don't know.
here it is. Set her
I
tablets
also
aside.
feel
Sit
like
down.
this is probably going to sound terrible. I feel like Americans are extremely ignorant when it comes to like mental health conditions, and we are so far behind. I've read a couple like research studies
Help
from
yourself to
Europe.
the dragon.
The con is
You'll
short
find
for
plenty.
consciousness. See, that's the thing. I've read a couple like research studies
Here.
were done in
I
like
haven't
different parts
forgotten.
of Europe about like mental health, and I feel like you guys are just so much further ahead than we are,
As a token of my esteem, I have
which is
conspired with you
incredibly
to look
frustrating
out
to
for
me,
this person's properties.
especially when I feel like
Accept this gift from my
there's
personal
a couple
assistant.
patients that I feel like I've met that sound like they struggle from this.
No, that is what it
Co-users.
is.
See, that's the thing.
I need you here
There's like some
regularly.
people that I feel like I've talked to that are like, I feel like I'm co-piloting
As you wish.
my life. And I'm just like, I need more of an explanation. And they try to explain it, and that's exactly how they explain it.
I need to know
But
what
like, we don't have that term. Like, we don't use that term. Like, that's not a diagnosis. And I feel like we're behind the times, which is just ridiculous, of course. No worries. I'm chilling.
Need a ride? We'll take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back. We'll be off. First time to Arlington? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim. Sure is a treat.
Scam callers. Every time. I swear to God. Well, rather than going to the watchtower like we were supposed to for the game, I'm instead deciding to try to see if we can. I've never actually done this before, but I want to see if we can go get the horn of Jorgen Windcaller before we meet the Greybeards. This is probably a terrible plan, but I'm so curious if it's allowed. Just like how you can get the Dragonstone before. Like, I'm curious if you can get the horn before. The problem is, I'm gonna have to look up where the horn is. Okay, let's see. Ustengrav. That's right. But where is Ustengrav? Because I know that it is somewhere near Solitude. Okay, it should be over here-ish? Question mark, maybe? Okay, hold on. Suspicious activity on my PayPal account. Oh, I literally hate that. I hate when they're like, you have suspicious activity, or you have this or this, like, claim or fraudulent thing or whatever. And I'm like, sure I do. Yeah, for sure, 100%. I'm sure that's accurate. Like, ridiculous. Oh, so frustrating. Also, the fact that I have a problem that I love PayPal, and I just feel like I trust PayPal with my heart and soul. And I probably shouldn't, but, like, I do. And so I'm like, PayPal would never do me wrong like this. I don't know. It's clearly my trust issues. Okay, it's not this one. We have to keep going a little bit. Out this direction. We can't breathe underwater though. We have to remember that this time around because last time when we were in Argonian, we could breathe underwater and we can't do that this time. Oh, there you go. I love that. That's the thing. I feel like they do so much work to like scam you, and I'm like, man, was this worth it? Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm like, was this actually worth the money and the time that you spent to try to get this? Like, it just seems far-fetched to me. Okay, hold on. I feel like we should be in this general area. Is this it over here? But what do I know, right? Like, I don't actually know anything about that. It just seems like they spend a lot more time and effort than it's worth. But maybe from other people they get more money. See, that's the thing, yeah. Obviously, they can't get that from me because I don't have that much money to spend. But I feel like this is gonna be the right spot ish. This is not gonna be the right spot, is it? Oh, well, this is definitely not gonna be the right spot. This does not look familiar. Definitely not even close to the right spot. I don't think I've ever been to these ruins before. There's a chest here, I'll take it. Oh no, that was a bummer. Oh, this is incredibly infuriating. There we go. There we go. Okay, hold on. Is this it out here? So it definitely is going to be one of those ruin looking things. So frustrating. That's fair. I feel like that's why they target old people, right? Like that's the whole thing. Is they target these old people that are young or not young, but naive and dumb about technology and stuff. It just is sad, right? Like I just hate that that's who they feel like they can get money from. Oops. That was clearly not the right people. Why am I not actually hitting anybody? Oh, this is gonna do so poorly. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, that was so bad. Okay, I have a new plan here. I have a new plan. My plan is first, before we can do anything, to go pee. Oh, I don't know what Kit Boga is. But hold on. Let me run to the bathroom. I'll be right back and we can continue discussing. Give me just like 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I feel like I'm butchering the pronunciation of this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like it's Kitboga, but like I feel like that's not how you're supposed to say it. Okay, hold on. Oh, that would be really sad. I didn't even know that was a thing. I can't imagine joining somebody's stream and then all of a sudden getting all my shit stolen. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would be devastated. I believe it, but like, that's really sad. And I hate that. I hate that that's a thing. I also feel like, I feel like I just hate that people can steal other people's information. I mean, listen, I get, like, I love the fact that he, like, can ruin other people's shit, but, like, the fact of scamming just makes my heart sad. Which is clearly a naive thing of me, right? Because, like, it exists, it's a thing, like, that is something that people have to deal with in their everyday lives. I just hate it. Like, the whole thing, top to bottom, the fact that we even have to worry about that. Like, the fact that, like, my grandma called me and was like, I had this person asking about my bank account, and I had to be like, Grandma, that was a scam, like, you know? Listen, mad respect that the guy was like, I'm sick of this shit and doing it. Like, listen, mad respect. I'm just saying, like, the fact that it had to be done makes me sad. Okay, there's a spot. There is. I don't know how to get there. There's something. What the hell? Is it seriously not open? I feel like it's somewhere in here. This makes me so angry. The fact that I'm gonna have to do the quest line to get here. I hate that. Oh, that makes me so angry. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We can do the quest line like a patient, normal individual. Or we can not do that quest line. Now, I feel like we need to do the quest line up until the point where we learn good shots. That's fair. I feel like I can appreciate somebody who put in effort to ruin a scammer's livelihood. It just makes me sad that it's necessary.
I know if it's bad. We've got to figure out what happened.
They have it coming. You're correct. They do have it coming.
Spread out. Look for survivors. We need to know what.
Oh, I hate this fight. I hate fighting our first, like, actual dragon. I'm annoyed with the fact that I can't get the horn before now.
This doesn't look good.
It does not.
Save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes. Find cover.
Yeah, if you have the name, I would totally check it out. Also, though, like, if you don't have the name, I don't want to make you, like, inconvenienced to look it up. But if you have it handy, I would totally check it out. I'm curious. Oh no! I missed. That was embarrassing. Oh, I hate this fight so much. Mostly because I feel like fighting a dragon before you have any sort of shout unlocked is trash. Okay, hold on. Curiosity is piqued. I have to check out this chat first.
A few weeks ago, I saw Neil's passport.
Okay. I have opened that. And will, in fact, look at blah, blah, blah. Look into that. Sorry. Tongue-tied. Yes, I will definitely look into that. I have opened it in another tab and saved that. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. I'm very intrigued, honestly. Yes, that is definitely the better way to do it. Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna die. Oh boy. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. That sucked. 0 out of 10. Rather than doing that again, what if we do something different? Because that made me angry. And I don't have the ability to do that again right now. DID. What is DID? Oh, dissociative. Nope, that's not the right acronym. Tell me what's DID. Oh no. Oh, it is. Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes, you're correct. Yes, it is fascinating. Why do I keep clicking buttons on accident? Please explain to me. We're not going to click any more buttons and waste any more arrows. Yes, mental health I think is just interesting though. It's so hard. Especially, like, I don't know what it's like outside of the US. like in the US, it's incredibly frustrating to try to deal with our mental health system because it is so broken. And like trying to like work around that and like make things work and like trying to help people heal. Yeah, no worries. It's just frustrating.
What goes on all the time? How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. He'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst. Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
I do what I can to see to Ygritte's time. That's what many do. Now some worry this wizard's volume. Ah, life in Morthal has been troubled. There's news of rebellion against the men. Things are tragic. The men simply seek wisdom. Everything will be fine. The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Take a look at this.
That worked out. That is why having a follower is awesome.
There's a cave. Think we should check it out?
Maybe? I don't know, where's the cave? Oh, your mom is in the hospital? I'm so sorry. Why is your mom in the hospital?
Don't like the looks of this.
It's never good when people are sick, but it does have this weird tendency of bringing people together, which is almost magical. hope that your mom will be okay. Buy some groceries to feed him. Listen, I get that. That is always the struggle. My sister is coming to visit for Christmas, and love her with my heart and soul, but she's got like celiac disease. Oh, they had to remove her gallbladder. A stone in her gallbladder. Did they take out the whole thing, or did they just remove the stones? But my sister has celiacs, and so she can't have any sort of gluten at all. When I tell you, just the stone. Interesting. I'm always so curious what different surgeons prefer. So the previous place that I had worked, anytime that they had a patient that had like gallstones, they just removed the whole gallbladder. But my new job, I say new, I've worked there for like 9 months. It's been like almost a year. My new job, they prefer to just try to remove the stone, which is so interesting to me. See, that's a thing. Like, that's the wild part to me is like, when people have gallstones, it's a pretty intense, like, thing, and it's horrible pain. And so I'm like, why not just remove the whole gallbladder? Because chances of them getting another stone is pretty high. But my new job, old job, they would just usually remove the gallbladder. New job, they just try to remove the stones, which is just fascinating to me. Got an eviction notice. That's actually really funny. Interesting that there was only one, too, though. She must have a relatively good diet. Or maybe in America we just have the American diet, which is terrible. Which is probably another reason that I feel like they just are like, yeah, we better just take the whole thing. Because chances are if you're here, you're gonna be here again. Oh no! I didn't want to battle this lady. I'm sorry, lady. Oh dear. I'm very scared right now. Okay. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. I'm so sorry you're going through all that. I feel like a sick parent is really stressful. Yeah, that is very fair. It is a very, very different surgery to just be able to remove a stone versus like taking out the whole gallbladder. Goodbye. Perfect. Alright. This is definitely the time when we're gonna do heavy armor.
Morthal used to be a quiet. You business with the heck. You've done us a great service. Here's your reward. There's news of rebellion again. Then the men simply seek wisdom. Everything will be fine.
Hmm. That does make a huge difference, especially in safety. General anesthesia is not great, especially in anybody elderly. It's rough. It is a lot rougher than I thought. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the thing. Like, I got my tonsils out, um, literally like a month ago, and I didn't realize that it was gonna be like general anesthesia and everything. And I will tell you, I have a whole new respect for that shit. Anesthesia is rough. A lot rougher than I thought it was gonna be.
I know it looks bad. We've got to figure out what happened. If that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we can do.
Look under cover. The dragon is still around somewhere. Let's save us. If he comes again.
Oh no, the dragon!
Find cover and make every arrow count.
Honestly, I don't remember waking up from it. I remember waking up and they were like, "How's your pain?" And I said, "It's fine. Can I have some Tylenol?" And they were like, "You only want Tylenol?" And I was like, "Yes." And them explaining why they were hesitant to give me Tylenol because they wanted to give me a medication called Norco, which is like hydrocodone and Tylenol mixed. And they were like, "So we don't really want to give you Tylenol." And I was like, "How about if you give me Tylenol anyway, and I'll be fine." That was my memory of waking up. It was my first experience with anesthesia, and them being like literally my anesthesiologist just being floored with the fact that all I wanted was Tylenol. And he's like, "You're not in pain?" And I was like, "No, I'm chilling. Can I just like get a little bit of Tylenol and I think I'll be fine?" And he was like, "Serious?" And I was like, "Yes. Like I wouldn't lie to you." He's so cute. That's hilarious. I love that. Honestly, that's a lot of. I feel like that's a lot of time how it feels. I've had a few patients that wake up like that when we give them more of like what's called like conscious sedation, like what it sounds more of like what your mom had, and they're just like, "I don't want you as a nurse." Gay af. I love that. Listen, mad respect. All right. I just part of the bear community. Oh no. I love that. Listen, mad respect. I love that that is how you would wake up. And I feel like how people wake up is one of my favorite things. That's so funny. I love that. Oh, I hate this dragon so much. Oh, no, no. You're good. I am actually aware of the Barrowman community. Wildly enough, I am well aware of that. Partially because I am part of, not necessarily that community, but like the Pride community of that's similar to that, right? Like, I don't know. Just respect for that community in general. But that is absolutely hilarious. Oh no, I don't want to die to this stupid dragon again. Oh, thank God.
Let's make sure that the liver is really clear. Damn good shit, boys.
Alright.
Everybody, get back!
Yeah, let's all get back. As I absorb this dragon soul like the motherfucking badass I am.
That's a shout. Like a great evil. Roar. Dragon. Evil. Roar. Dragon ball. Hold his tail.
That's actually honestly a really good point. I
Well, you can shout now.
have no argument to you. 10 out of 10.
I mean one thing. Those who want us to the dragon. Evil. Roar.
Alright. I'm super tired. So I think I'm gonna call it. But thank you so much for joining my server and for watching, and I hope you join again. Alright, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you